What if the thing you are running from is the exact thing you need to find? We spend our whole lives trying to avoid falling. But what if I told you that the ground is actually where you find your wings? Hello, my friends. Today, we need to talk about the heavy feeling we carry when things go wrong. That feeling that says, I'm not enough. That feeling that a mistake is a dead end. However, before we proceed, I would like you to do something for me. Right now, take a deep breath, let your shoulders drop, unclench your jaw. Because this isn't a story about giving up. It's a story about seeing the light precisely when things go dark. Let me introduce you to a boy named Mateo. Mateo had a mind like a fireworks show, bright, curious, full of sparks. He lived in a quiet town near a rushing river, always dreaming of building machines that could move on their own. But Mateo carried a heavy shadow. He was terrified of failure. To Mateo, a mistake wasn't just a mistake. It was a learning experience. It felt like a judgment. When his toy robot fell apart, he didn't just see broken wood. He felt like he was broken. He listened to that quiet, cruel voice in his head that whispered, "See, you can't do this." So slowly, Mateo stopped. He watched the other kids play, invent, and scrape their knees while he stayed safe and silent. One afternoon, his teacher, Mrs. Elena, found him staring at a blank page. She sat beside him, not as a teacher, but as a friend. "Mateo," she said gently, "do you know the secret of the inventors you love?" Mateo shook his head. "They failed more times than you have ever tried," she smiled. "They didn't stop because things broke. They understood that failures aren't your enemies. They are your teachers." That night, the words replayed in Mateo's mind. Failures are teachers. He realized he had been looking at it all wrong. He thought failure was a wall, but maybe, just maybe, it was a door. The next morning, Mateo picked up his tools. He decided to build a mechanical bird. He wound the gear. Snap! It broke. But this time, he didn't run. He took a breath. He looked at the broken gear and asked, "Why did you break?" He adjusted the tension. He tried again. It wasn't perfect, but it was a step in the right direction. And in that movement, Mateo found his freedom. He realized that the failure provided him with the data he needed to succeed. It wasn't a stop sign, it was a map. Weeks turned into months. His paintings became vibrant. His laughter returned. He wasn't perfect, but he was free because he was no longer afraid of the fall. One evening, sitting by the river with his father, Julian, Mateo watched the water crash against the rocks and continued to flow. "I used to think failing meant I was weak. Now I know it's just showing me how to grow." His father smiled, putting an arm around him. "Exactly. Life will never stop testing you, Mateo, but treat every failure like a seed. Water it with patience and watch what blooms." So, here is the truth for you and me. Failure is not a full stop. It is just a comma, a brief pause that prepares you for the next sentence of your life. When you stumble, and you will, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What is this teaching me?" Keep experimenting, keep breaking things, keep growing. If this story helped you find more courage today, subscribe to Pocket Philosophy. We're here to give you that daily reminder of the strength you already have inside. Until next time, my friends, don't fear the fall, embrace the flight. Thank you.